Welcome to Indian Hollywood fan, and finally, we are going to break down the final episode of WandaVision. Before getting started, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe the channel, like and share the videos. And to check out all the 8 episode breakdowns of WandaVision, I have made a playlist. The playlist will be in the description below. And obviously, there are going to be spoilers, so watch the episode first and then continue watching this video. So, let's get started with the breakdown. So, the episode begins with the fight between Agatha Harkness and Wanda, and then they are interrupted by Hayward's White Vision, and White Vision almost tries to kill Wanda, but then the other vision which Wanda created, he stops him, and then obviously we get a cool shot of both the visions fighting. It was kind of similar to Man of Steel, where Superman fights with General Zod. So Agatha's main purpose or her main goal is to take Wanda's power completely, like drain off her powers. Uh, then Agatha releases all the residents of Westview from Wanda's mind control for a brief amount of time, and then obviously they start asking questions to Wanda that what should we do, and they also talk about the fact that they feel her grief and pain, and they want to get out of the hex, and obviously she opens the hex for a brief amount of time, and in that time Hayward and all his SWAT people get inside of the hex. One of the disappointing things about the episode was the fact that it is revealed that Evan Peters was not playing Peter Maximoff or Pietro Maximoff from the Fox X-Men movies. He was just a guy who was living in Westview, in the house where Agnes lives, and then he's revealed to be Ralph. And if you remember, Agnes kept referencing about her husband Ralph. So Evan Peters was Ralph. And when Wanda opens the hex for the Westview people to leave, what happens is that her children and the vision she made, they start to disintegrating. We got to see that in the Halloween episode. And when Agatha attacks Wanda's family, Wanda defends, but then Agatha just drains Wanda's powers from her. Uh, and then there's a confrontation between White Vision and Hex Vision, because Hex Vision tells him that he's not the real Vision, but in fact the White Vision is the real Vision. And then they have a talk about how exactly they can restore the original Vision's memories, and then the Hex Vision, he touches his forehead, and then he remembers everything. We get all the flashbacks of all the Avengers movies and everything Vision has been through, and then the White Vision just flies away. So I probably think that he might appear in any of the future MCU projects. And then we have a shot where Hayward is just about to shoot the twins, but then Monica comes in between, and then we get to see her powers. That one of her strengths is, she can just phase bullets from her body, which is, I think, the probably the fact that she's photon from the comics. And then Wanda uses the same magic which she uses in Age of Ultron to all the Avengers. She uses it on Agatha this time, and she takes Agatha to that same place we got to see in the last episode in Salem. And then it seems like Wanda, she's ready to give all her powers to Agatha, but then there's a twist where we learn that Wanda instead created ruins in her hex, and that lesson she got from Agatha herself in the last episode. So that was a cool twist, because only the witch who can cast those spells in that confined space, only she can use her magic. So Agatha's magic was kind of useless in it. And then Wanda takes all her powers back from Agatha, and then she becomes the Scarlet Witch. She has the comic accurate look of Scarlet Witch, and then she erases Agatha Harkness's memory, and then she traps her to be Agnes, the nosy neighbor. But after that, sadly, Wanda has to lift her hex out of Westview, and then she leaves Westview uh, by saying goodbye to Vision and her kids. And she also meets Monica on the way. So there are actually two post-credit scenes. Obviously, one is a mid-credit scene and one is a post-credit scene. I will be making a separate video and we will be discussing in detail about those because those are very important for the future of the MCU. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to check out my WandaVision playlist.